So, I just want to preface this by saying 3 weeks ago, I said, or 2.5 weeks ago, I said, these next 3 weeks are going to be really hard for me. And okay, they were really hard, but like, it's over, like 1 more day. So I'm expecting next week to be able to come back with full energy and full productivity again. Yay. So yeah, it feels really good that it's like, I'm at the last mile of this. And everyone's back in school on Monday, so hurrah. But as that is my case this week, I didn't really have a chance to close out the sprint board. So I really apologize for that. I'll have some time tomorrow morning to do it before we do our sprint planning. So we'll leave the sprint board open until we do our sprint planning tomorrow. And maybe that's just what we'll do this week. We're so flexible and adaptable and agile, yay. So I'd say do between today and tomorrow, update and close your issues, please. That would be awesome. And that way, when I start going through them, it'll be very clear it'll be very easy to set the sprint board for our planning tomorrow. And I want to give huge kudos to Juan Carlos this sprint. The retrospective action was publishing the step-by-step conflict management process, and like amazing job on getting that out this sprint. It was really well thought through and really good to have. So just that, end of sprint reminder, tomorrow's sprint planning, all the issues that you'd like to bring into your working group, whether it's for someone, a contributor in your working group or for yourself, please do tag them with next sprint so that we can organize our sprint planning tomorrow. And hi, bye. And, we have an hour, so maybe we just jump right into it. 53 minutes. All right, your economy, your choice. I'd like to always praise Ivy for setting up this board every week, which is just a phenomenal help. And let's get started with what went well. I'm going to set a timer for 4 minutes. This is where we get to celebrate our accomplishments this sprint. And we're off. Vi, do you have access to the sprint board?
I think I don't.
Tam is giving me an issue when no, it doesn't let me log in. I don't know why.
Let me see if there's.
Seems like, I don't know. It seems like there's an issue with the password.
So hey, Vi, I just let you in. I'm going to send you a link and see if that works.
Okay.
I'm going to drop it in your Telegram. Try that link.
Okay.
You should be in now. I just approved your access. Are you in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Same page. Did you change the password? Oh, hold on.
It should be your personal password. There's no password for this board.
The password of Google, right? Hold on, let me just jump in with Google and see if it lets me in.
Hey, Chewy, how's Mexico City? Hey, Craig.
Hey everyone. It's smoggy, but in a lovely way.
Okay, I'm in. Thank you.
Okay. We're at 4 minutes, but maybe I need another minute. So seems like we have a lot to celebrate. All right, so, oh yeah, that too, yeah. All right, man, I could keep going. I don't know about you guys, but I'm like, I feel like I'm not done yet. There's more. So let's take a moment to read through them. Let's see. Hey, Griff, you want to read through our celebratory notes?
You're muted.
Thank you. Thank you. I would love to. Comms is on flow. Automation on Discord bots, call reminders, smiley face. Content production repo being used heavily. SEO kicked off. Gravity survey and step-by-step. MVV had 37 new participants in the runoff. Having so many talks about MVV helped so much to be sharp and clear on our narratives. Hatcher outreach is always a success. The params dashboard is shaping up more clear, easier to understand. Katie joined as our onboarding queen. We have a recording bot. Proposals were detangled. Still lots of work to do, but they got out of a gray area. Token log votes increased. Hatch outreach, new strategic direction. Feels like they will be much better for hatchers and proposals. AMA calls are more fluid. MVV was a success, the whole process. Fast turnaround on Hatch Dash improvements. We have MVV. The Hatch dashboard is going to be much easier to use. One last demo. I should say there's 2 last demos, but we have one last demo. Gravity progress. I think I wrote that actually and just didn't finish it. Gravity progress is very comforting. Omega's call yesterday was super fun. Z, Trent, Simon, Luke, and lots of other TE people voted on the MVV. Great work onboarding. New people are feeling more confident to join work sessions. Gravity survey looks amazing. Param parties, smiley face. Token log issues were made. Awesome MVV process with token log included the issue. We have gravity here when we need it. Great engagement from people. MVV on last polishing phase. Incubator has 29 members. Great memes. The common stack, what is a hatch article was really strong teamwork in action. New community members in almost every call. Dashboard is better every time I look at it. 104 trusted seed members. Leaned on gravity this sprint. That support felt reassuring. 400K in soft commits. Over 90 hatchers. Discord alert bots are so fucking cool, and the hatch feels so close.
Round of applause to everyone. Seriously, cool. So I love to give people a moment just to feel good about it. So, we'll do a 1-minute timer just in consideration of our limited time and our group. And I'll pass to Santi to kick off.
It just feels awesome. It feels absolutely awesome. I think this is the best sprint retrospective in terms of what went well that I can remember. I'll just pass it to Zed.
Thank you, Santi. Yeah, I can also align a lot with Santi. Like, there is a lot of things going on and everything is, going well. So that's awesome. I'll pass it to Libby.
Yeah, this feels very, very good. It's so nice to see like all of the fronts coming together and combine is this like explosion of awesomeness. The other day, a friend was here and my partner told her like, wow, Livia is in like 10 calls a day and she truly feels like she's enjoying every time. It's impressive. Now pass to Chewy.
Thank you, Livy. It's just incredible. It's like you like miss track of the sprint, and there were a lot of achievements. Uh, I still personally think that there is a lot of improvements, a lot of room for improvements in comms, but this is just so like uplifting. Like it's getting there, and yeah, the hatch is around the corner. It's exciting. I'll pass it to um, I'll pass it back to you, Tam, because I'm not able to see like who's in the call.
Cool. Craig, you want to go next?
Yeah, sure. Hi everybody. Yeah, it's been nice to watch things simultaneously coalesce and expand, right? The growth is cool to see, but at the same time, we're really our focus. Yeah, I'll pass it to Eduardo.
Hello, everyone. I feel like really happy. Just the same feeling like Livy mentioned on on the opinion of 10 calls a day. There was this feeling last week of having 12 or 11 Hatcher onboarding calls, and everyone output and everyone after the call was so informative, and everyone was like willing to help us and willing to know more, and it was such a nice feeling to have this welcoming feedback from everyone. So I don't know, I feel we are sort of really productive, and that just drives more want you to be more participant and being there more present. Back to you, Tam.
Cool. And Juan Carlos?
Yeah, I feel super motivated. I feel that every week there are new things to do, and that there is so much things that are still projected. So it's amazing to see and to go with the flow. I don't know who hasn't gone. Marco?
Yeah, thanks. Best sprint ever. More to come. Everything is amazing. Thank you, guys.
I'll take it. Yeah, I really love how we rolled with the MVV. Like the MVV was has been a really great adventure for us, and I think it's something that we can like really stamp on. Like this is something that like was in the foundation. This will be a foundational story for the TEC forever. You know, like I feel like it's just and we did it so well. So it's something to be really proud of. And did everyone go? Did Zep go?
Zep did go.
Okay.
I didn't go, but it looks like he jumped off. So I think I'm the last one. And I'll sort of echo the sentiments of everyone else. You know, it's interesting. I feel like we really tested some processes, you know, gravity and the token log and the MVV. So we really like kicked the tires on some things, which I think was very important this sprint to do. And then I'd say the other thing we did was like, we have more strategy, you know, and it seems like, I feel like we're building a more strategic direction in some of the things that we're doing too. And that feels also really, really good. So this was really an excellent sprint. It's so nice to look back at all the things that we really did well this sprint. And now we will move to the things that we could do better so that we have opportunities to improve. And Vi, you didn't have a chance to say, but do you want to just take a few seconds and say, sort of react to the what went well part of the sprint?
It's awesome to see that things are moving forward and this fast. So that's interesting.
Cool. All right. So now we're going to jump to the what we could do better board. And I think I'll set a timer for 5 minutes and it starts now. Hello, Lescanor. Welcome. This is the TEC Sprint Retrospective, and you're very welcome to stay and hang out. I saw that you went off mute, but we weren't able to hear anything if you said something. Cool. All right. And let's go live with this. So I know, Chewy, you're in a cab. Juan Carlos, would you like to read the what we could do better?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes. UAT, user acceptance testing for hatch config dashboard failed over and over again. Planning for time delays. Separating the hatch from the commons upgrade pieces. Use and update the slides for the community call and add some memes. Better prevention of conflict management. More GitHub SendHub updates. Multiplied by 3. It's getting hard to schedule work sessions. Commons can't fall behind on board updates. Lots of catching up in the next few days are necessary. A practice of leaning on gravity at the site of an issue. Lean on gravity earlier, where there's lots of justification not to. There were lots of justification not to, but in hit sites, that's what it's here and could have served us earlier. Trying to craft for collaborators. Issue with Katie, but we haven't found the right way or time to gather tasks from the working groups. Okay. I see the need for 2 other working groups, but though, if we can handle scaling and if everything should wait post-hatch. We are super busy and the token isn't out yet. Same for conflict. Communicating the upcoming steps to the community. This next sprint is a good step to heads up on the way the params voting will take place. Improve process on the go, not take all processes as granted. Gitbook seems infinite and not so easy to collaborate with multiple people. Might be good to talk openly about payments coming from the CS and how this will evolve from post-hatch. Better care of the members of the community that are going through hard times. Hard to understand what calls to prioritize. The dashboard was using the wrong framework and changes are hard to make. Talking more about post-hatch possible changes. A strategy for targeting the TE hatchers. A bit too much bureaucracy in commons. Hard to prioritize alone work time over calls. Faster decision-making in comms. The moon. Promoting more surveys, Omega and Gravity. Simple explainers, which are very hard to do. For the hatch and commons upgrade, we have better and better material to use as base, but still can improve this. Faster development of Discord automation tools.
Cool, excellent. So maybe let's do a little grouping. If I could ask for a hand in getting some of these themes together. So this is work, this is really Zen Hub. I think there's a lot of gravity, so maybe we make a cluster. And then there's these, sorry. Okay. Okay. And there's some hatch comm stuff. Here, this, and this. Oh, this one is hatch changes. Okay. Okay, and while we're grouping them, maybe we'll do a round just to sort of give feedback on which theme or which specific of these resonates. And I'll pass to Griff to start.
Yeah, definitely the obviously Jake not like kind of rage quitting is a clear like of all, you know, we spend so much efforts on gravity and we didn't use it, and it's kind of like that's pretty sad, you know. And let's see what else was there. The dashboard planning for time delays is like the big thing for me. It's like tech stuff is so hard and it's so difficult to plan for. But you know, it's really cool. It's like Hatcher Outreach is done. Gravity was done a long time ago. SoftGov is everything. Every other process is basically set. So it's cool. But then like it's just hard to plan around and figuring out how do we plan for time delays. This will be really important when we have the ABC and the Commons upgrade stuff because it's likely to happen again. So yeah, and ViViV's Discord magic is just incredible, and Zep and all these cool Discord bots. This is one that I want to be like, are you kidding? I can't believe how fast it's going. So I just want to, I don't know who wrote that, but I'm curious to hear about it. I'll pass it to Livia.
Yeah, I think on the gravity side, I was just talking to Juan about it, and we were trying to understand what is that happens that like people don't feel like talking in the very beginning of something happening, and maybe having this in mind is a good point for improvement on like when we understand there's the sentiment, like to try to look for solutions and things to bring people closer to this like first outreach. And then I wrote this one of the talking about the common stack source of payments, because I feel like that's somehow like there in the depths, and it might emerge as like another explosion if we don't like take a deep careful look at it in this transition with the hatch and communicate more openly about it. And I'll pass to Marco.
Thanks, Leah. I don't have anything to comment at this moment. I'm just curious to hear more about the post-its about comms falling behind the Zen Hub updates and bureaucracy issues. Really keen to hear how we can improve that. Pass it to Zepti.
Thank you. Yeah, I was also very curious about the bureaucracy on comms. I don't know if that's because of the passwords and stuff. And I just want to say, like, we were working with Nate on a document basically to have this more transparent, because right now it's a bit untransparent. But yeah, the document is done, and yeah, just want to know more about this issue. And I'll pass it to Edu.
Yeah, I think there is this aspect of the gravity thing that was mentioned. I think is quite relevant, and I think it's kind of an example for following situations that may arrive just because of the fact that we are humans working together in a fast-paced situation sometimes, and I think that there should be a space where people. I don't want to think about psychology, but like this is a space where people can have a safe space of, you know, just talk about your personal life. It won't be awkward. It won't be, I don't know, because some people maybe need it. And so for me, it's more about that. The rest of the things, I don't have any comment to do. So I will pass it on to Shui.
Can I just interrupt to say, please do start voting. So take your 2 stars from below the Post-it notes and choose the 2 exact issues, the exact post-it note that you want to vote for. And continue. Sorry. Thank you, Chewy. And go, Chewy.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Edu. Having used Gravity this week, I really must say that I do think that there should be an extra effort trying to communicate this to all of the community members, because it's just like unfortunate when it's like such a powerful tool that is there and something happens, even though it's a much better solution than in most cases. So I do agree with that point of view with Gravity, and yeah, just in general, just comms, the way things are flowing, kind of like, yeah, it's like lagging behind everything else that is taking like such an like speed. And so I do agree. There are some things that I would like to start in comms next week. I'll tell you a little bit more about it in the call. But hopefully this will help us get on our. And yeah, other than that, I think that things already have improved a lot on past. Congrats for that, everyone. And I'll pass it to I don't know if Levy already went.
Olivia did go. Juan Carlos hasn't gone yet?
Yeah. Well, I also think that it's good that we talk about changes before that they arrive, so that people can be like aware and prepare for changes. And like post hatch, there are going to be some changes, and it would be good if we can talk about it and see how can we all adapt to this fast changing environment. And there's this other issue that I wrote that I think that we haven't updated the slides for the community call, and it would be good if we use the slides, if we can use the slides this time and add some memes so that it looks better. And I will pass to Septimus. Did you go?
Yeah, I went. I'll pass it to Nate.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't have much to add after. I think everybody covered all the concerns that I had with Gravity and prioritizing certain calls and personal work. So, yeah, I'll pass it back to Tam.
Cool. I will pass it on after this, but I guess I'll say my part is, no, I think that Gravity is what we make of it. And the more we use it, the stronger it'll become, and the more robust it'll become. So I'm really questioning, not using it the times that the few times I think I probably could have already, and hoping that I change that behavior. But I think there is some resistance to, to reporting. I've seen this, so there's some weird resistance that I'm trying to overcome to what is trivial and what is serious. And I haven't found that balance yet. So maybe we could even talk about that in Gravity around how to overcome that friction, the resistance to filling out the Gravity form, and maybe even practice somehow doing that together. I don't know. I think the other things around planning for time delays, I just really think are shoot, I'm up. I just take one more second. We can have more robust planning in terms of communicating delays, what the plan is, and then always iterate that, or always reiterate that there's always slippage in a plan, right? So that's always that potential. And then I'd say for the comms things, I mean, there's definitely still, you know, transition and changes, and things are evolving there. So I would say I think that things are getting better and better. I mean, I feel like I see things getting better there too. And I will pass to Santi.
I want to say something, small, and that maybe I am like the steward of the gravity working group, but we have 17 gravitons in the community, so the idea is not like to approach only to me, but to like the people who are gravitons who that to take that role, and if they see something, talk about it, and if they see something between people, like try to act as this third part, and yeah, if you see something, like help with prevention, and yeah, it's like we have to rely one on each other, and that's what the training was for.
Yeah, good point. Okay, Santi?
Yeah, thank you, Juan Carlos. I think there's two main probably issues or things that we can improve. One is due to the speed that we're going. We're going fast, and that gets the feeling of not catching up, not being able to attend all the meetings, trying a lot of information going on, and that's just the way it is. The other one is the conflict we had with the gravity, and I think we gotta learn from that. We gotta build something on the organization so we can work ahead that happens again. And because it's sad for everyone, and everyone loses here. There's no winner at all. So I tend to think that maybe since we're going really, really fast, we're forgetting a little bit the social part of the group. If we may have had some social time together, maybe we would have detected a little sooner. I've been really out of all this story. I cannot talk too much about it, but that's a personal feeling I have. So I would say just try to learn from the past and build a better process, or more robust, or whatever. I think Vibe is the last one.
Vi, would you like to comment? Okay. Craig, would you like to comment?
Thanks, Tam. Yeah, I don't have anything constructive to add. You all have covered it thoroughly. So yeah, back to you.
All right, so my screen is not shared. So let's have just a quick look. Okay, I think we have, okay, so the clear winner is better care of the members of the community who are going through hard times. And then talking more about post-hatch possible changes and planning for time delays. Trying to craft for collaborators with Katie, but haven't found the right way or time to gather tasks from other working groups. Cool. So maybe now we start, I'll set a timer for 4 minutes and just start brainstorming on actions to address those main clusters. All right, cool. And we're back. Eduardo, would you like to take a crack at getting the actions to improve for all to vote on?
Sure. Action to improve. Making space in some call to practicing filling the gravity form. Provide feedback to stewards on working groups issues you have so that we are aware and can improve. Have a steward call, focus on risks and post hatch changes. More just for fun activities. Jess suggested a hatch party, like praise giving. Create a call, a space to just talk about your week and personal stuff. Having someone motivated to be passively looking after people, like an organizational psychologist. Create an open forum for the community to ask things that needs to be addressed that could be awkward. To meet a gravity type form this sprint. Times bold Gantt chart software becoming more open. Have 5 minutes from each working group to detail tasks contributors help with. Use gravity type form even as a third part external to the conflict. More social activities to support each other's personal feelings and prevent conflict. Committee dedicated to social activities cross ecosystem. Regular hacks sessions on cleaning for contributor issues. Work on the bonds of the group. Take some time on the steward's call to talk about changes post-hatch. Use our graviton power to make the moon to stay in a more friendly area of the sky. Have a larger roadmap review each sprint. Even more memes. Transition launches between calls. More icebreakers and more back and forth about calls and issues. There you go.
It's just making it hard for him to read, though.
I'm definitely voting on the move. All right, let's move these around into some groups and then take a minute to vote on them. So,
I just want to say that I love the idea of having like someone like caring for that like organizational health kind of type, because I remember in my traditional works, like we were in the office, and sometimes during the week there was a person like entering the office and saying like, hey, we have an active pause, and let's stretch, and let's like move your legs, and let's like do a little game. And I think those things are good for like the like work practices, and for us to like keep focused in all of the day, and so making some transition lounges just like to hear some music or to chat. I think that are great ideas.
Cool. Yeah. So we got a little ahead of ourselves and started voting before. So let's go with it. Just if you can pick your favorite Post-it note wherever it is on the board and drop a star on it.
Can someone explain what a transition lounge between calls is?
Yeah, that's something I saw in a suite I went to, and it's like a 10-minute call between calls, and it's like not to talk about the next call, but to talk about other things. And maybe like if we have someone to do a meditation, or to read a poem, or to read something, or to share something, that's like a transition lounge.
All right. Let's see. Has everyone voted? Has anyone not voted? Let's put it that way. Yes. Okay. So I'm seeing one kind of cluster. Who's this star here that's not on any place? So if the star is not touching the Post-it note, I guess we can't count it. So try to drop it on the Post-it note. Otherwise, it's sort of like in between multiple Post-it notes. Cool. This one was definitely there. Okay, cool. All right. So as always, we'll pick one or two maximum to come into the sprint, but it doesn't mean that the other ones be some things that we consider and plan for and even bring into the sprint, if that makes sense too. But it's sort of, I'm thinking this one has 3 and these 2 have 4, which is a little tricky, but more icebreakers and more just for fun activities. Jess suggested having some sort of hatch party, like praise giving, but hatch giving or something. And the other ones that I think makes sense just for us to speak about is more make space in some calls to practice filling out the gravity form, have someone motivated to be passively looking out after other people, create a call space just to talk about your weekend stuff. This, I think, is have a steward call focused on risks and post-change hatches, and then work on the bonds of the. So I think we'll pull in what I think is the one that has 3 here, which is more icebreakers. And I'm not sure if this one is on that one or this one, but maybe we'll end with an icebreaker and say, summertime's coming up. Fast question. We have 3 minutes, 2 minutes. So favorite flavor of ice cream, Griff?
Cookie dough.
Oh. I think he passed to Zep. Zep?
Oh, strawberry. I'll pass it to Levi.
Coconut. Pass to Tim.
My favorite ice cream is yogurt, and I'll pass to Juan Carlos.
I like yogurt as well, and I'll pass to Marco.
Marco? I'll pass it to Nate. Oh, we couldn't hear you, Nate. I'll pass it to Santi.
Strawberry yogurt.
Chewy?
I'll get a little weird. There's like this like really good like corn ice cream in Mexico City. So I really want to have that as welcome. I'll pass it to Nate.
What about Eduardo?
I really like a combination which is coconut water with dark chocolate. Back to you.
Craig? Do you want to share your favorite ice cream?
Yay, coconut.
Cool. And Vi?
Vanilla.
Vanilla, yay! Marco? If you are...
So sorry, I missed the first time. Hazelnut, one and only.
And Nate, you want to close us out with your favorite ice cream? We can't hear you. You have to drop it in the Stewards channel. Thank you, everyone, for